I'm so excited, you guys, because the Sephora Spring Savings event is going on right now, and they have sponsored me again. This is actually the second time that Sephora has sponsored me during a sale, and it's actually the only sponsorship that I've ever taken because I'm able to pick and choose anything that I want to talk about. And of course, Sephora carries so many things that it's pretty easy to find lots of favorites. So if you're not familiar with the Spring Savings event, this is an event that actually happens in the spring. And then it also happens in the fall. And the way that you get involved is just by signing up for their insider program. It's super easy. I've been signed up for decades. I've been signed up forever. I'm a Rouge member, and the way that that works is you get a point for every dollar that you spend. You simply sign up with your name and a password and your birthday, and you're in, and then you just start racking up rewards. You can not only use your points to take dollars off of purchases when you get to a certain level, but you can also use them to get like little goodies that you might want to try before you buy. So it's a really, really great program, and I definitely encourage you to sign up for it because it's free. The sale goes through the 19th. So it started back on the 9th and it goes through the 19th. It's open to everyone. You just got to sign up for the program. I'm just going to jump around, but we're going to start with skincare. The first skincare item that I can highly recommend to you guys is actually a cleanser. It is the Fulvic Acid Cleanser by the Inkey list. Now, if you've been here for a little while, you know that I'm having a full-on love affair with fulvic acid. So if you're not familiar with what fulvic acid is, basically it comes from broken down plants, from peat, from plants. And there's a bunch of trace minerals in the fulvic acid, like 65 to 70 trace minerals. Those minerals actually help for other products to penetrate better. They nourish your skin. It's an antioxidant. It's also antibacterial. It's just fantastic. I find that this cleanser is non-stripping. It's perfect for a nighttime cleanse, and it's also perfect for a morning cleanse. It's really, really neutral as far as who it would be good for. I could see if you had oily skin, it would be great for you. I could see if you had combo skin, and definitely it works for my dry skin. It's just fantastic. It's like a gel form, and there's little bits of probably peat in there. I just enjoy it. I think it's a great cleanser at a great price point, and I was super excited to see it at Sephora because I was down a fulvic acid rabbit hole, and this is their fulvic acid offering right now. So that is the Inkey List Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser. Moving on to a little bit of Drunk Elephant. Now, Drunk Elephant just came out with this product that I'm really, really excited about, and it is their Protini Peptide Resurf Serum, and it is a lactic acid resurfacing serum with a bunch of peptides in there. Now, it is 10% lactic acid, and it's meant to be put on at night and worn overnight. For me, this is like a once a week gentle exfoliation for the surface of my skin. I'm a dry skin person, so I've been singing the praises of lactic acid for years and years because lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid that is also a humectant. That means that it's hydrating to the skin while it is exfoliating the skin. Now, the fact that there are peptides in there is just a really interesting combination between this exfoliant and these peptides. So you're getting the signaling peptides that are going to help with collagen formation and elastin, and then you're also getting that gentle resurfacing and hydration from the lactic acid. I definitely was immediately intrigued when this came. I saw it in, I think, an email they sent out, and I picked it up because it was like, okay, now that is super, super interesting. I will say that Drunk Elephant, as a rule, their ingredient decks are pretty stellar. They really spare no good ingredient, and they don't have any bad ingredients. So I feel really, really good recommending Drunk Elephant, and especially when you can get it on sale. So that is the Protini Peptide Resurf Serum with lactic acid and peptides. The next one from Drunk Elephant is also relatively new to me, and that is the Sweet Biome Fermented Sake Spray. It's basically a mist that you put on that's going to help with brightening your skin. It's going to help with hydration. It's going to help with your barrier function. And just not too long ago, maybe about a month ago, I did a video about, helping your barrier. And some of the things that are in here, like sodium PCA, can really be helpful with that. A balanced and healthy barrier can help the rest of your everything going on with your skin behave better. So if you have acne, acne, if you have redness and rosacea, if you struggle with just irritation, a balanced barrier can help to mitigate all of those things, and the ingredients that are in here are going to help with that. It has galactomyces, it has Saccharomyces, and it also has sodium PCA. All of those things are fantastic for hydration and for balancing that barrier. It also can help with brightening your skin, which is fantastic. The sprayer on it is really, hopefully we can do this, really nice, and so you don't overspray and just saturate your face. You really get this nice light mist on your face. I'm really enjoying this, and I was really excited to see that Drunk Elephant got into the kind of fermented game, because I am all about all of the fermented ingredients. So when you think of fermented products, you usually think about K-beauty, at least I do, or J Beauty. So, you know, there are lots of other products out on the market that have been popular for a really long time. So it was really cool to see Drunk Elephant get in on that, because like I just said, as a brand, they really put out some great ingredient decks, and this is no exception. So this would be something that you would use right after you cleanse. You could spray onto fresh, clean skin, and it just serves as an essence and helps to feed your skin those fermented ingredients and helps to hydrate your skin, and then you move on with your skincare. It doesn't interfere with anything else in my skincare routine. So I really love to do essences and mists, and also really lightweight serums, because I feel like I can stack them on top of each other and get the benefits without all the weight. That is one of them. So this is definitely worth checking out from Drunk Elephant. The last one that I want to mention from Drunk Elephant is one that I've talked about for many years, and I love it. I have tried to replicate it, but it is definitely in a league of its own, and it is the Protini Polypeptide Cream. Now, the deal with this, you guys, is it is one of the best ingredient decks at Sephora as far as skincare is concerned. It is just a fantastic product, and I love the packaging. It is this airtight pump. So you literally get the perfect amount of product for your whole face. It's super silky, so it spreads really nicely. You can use it morning and night. If you use it in the morning, you would also follow up with sunscreen, of course, but it's just chock full of peptides. I love this. I've loved it for years. I think that it's a fantastic skincare moisturizer. It's true skincare from Drunk Elephant. So this is a highly recommend also, especially when you can get it on sale. So the last couple things we have for skincare. You guys have heard me talk about many times the Dr. Jart Cicapair. This is a color correcting SPF, okay? Now, this is a green to beige SPF. It's titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. It does have a little bit of a medicinal scent, you guys. It's their tiger grass color correcting treatment. It's excellent. It just takes the red down. Now, for somebody like me, I have some redness on my neck from poikiloderma of Savat, and this really helps with that, because it kind of balances the red, but it also provides protection with the SPF of 30. So I am loving this on the face now too. I have it also in the bigger size, but I love this little guy for travel, and I just refill this one. So I bought this little one so that it can go with me, and then I have the bigger one to refill this as I go. So that is from Dr. Jart. The last thing that I have for skincare, and this is kind of a hybrid between skincare, body care, and which is skin, obviously, and then also fragrance. And it is a new product from Sol de Janero, and this is their Bum Bum, but it's not Bum Bum. It is Balm Dia Bright Cream. I picked this up in store because, well, actually, I went in store and smelled it, and then I had to order it online because they were sold out in store. But I picked this up because it not only has fruit AHAs and vitamin C in the form of tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, but the scent is so beautiful. Now, if you have smelled the Bum Bum Cream, the original one, or even the next one that they came out with, and they were just too strong for you, it was too overpowering, then you might like this one. This one has a scent that is so pleasant, and it is still relatively potent, but probably half as strong as the original Bum Bum Cream or Boom Boom Cream, and the next gen one that they came out with that was kind of like a coconut or something anything like that. Neither one of those, I couldn't do them. I wanted to. I would faintly smell them on other people and absolutely love them, but when I put them on myself, it was too overpowering. This one is like the perfect step down from that. I still get plenty of fragrance, but it doesn't give me a headache. It's not overpowering. It is absolutely so silky when you put it on your skin. I love that it has tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate in there as a vitamin C derivative to help with brightening the skin. And then I also love that it has some of those fruit AHAs, which can be really helpful with your body skin for texture, for hyperpigmentation, and all of that stuff. The only thing that I do want to say is that if you decide to use any kind of body cream that has alpha hydroxy acids, anything like that in it, you must wear a body sunscreen as well on exposed areas of your body. That will definitely make you a little bit more sensitized to the sun and more prone to getting further hyperpigmentation or sun damage. So I definitely make sure that I top this with an SPF for the body. So that is the Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright Cream, and this is the one with renewing fruit AHAs and vitamin C. So that's the skincare, you guys. We're gonna move on to makeup because I just have so much to share with you guys. First of all, I wanna start out with one of the most exciting launches at Sephora, and that was Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier has been something I've made videos about on this channel. I've talked about, I love it. I have tried every single thing from the line, and with very few fails. Very, very few. Almost all for me were hits. So I decided for this video, I'm going to pick my very #1 favorite thing from Westman Atelier to share with you. And that is the highlighter in Peau de Peche. So this is called Superloaded Tinted Highlight. This is probably my 4th or 5th of these. This one in Peau de Peche is the most beautiful sun-kissed peach bronze highlight that almost can give you a wash of bronziness. And the way that it makes your skin looks just healthy and glowy without being like a disco ball. It is so, so pretty. The way that I actually apply this is I get a beauty blender damp. I squeeze it out really, really well. I put the beauty blender into the product and then I just bounce it on. And I feel like it kind of gives that sort of filtered highlight so it's not too heavy or harsh. It kind of just melts into the skin. This is such an amazing highlighter, and it kind of borderlines on bronzer / hydrator. It's just beautiful. Now, also from Westman Atelier, I do personally love their foundation. The Vital Skin Stick is one of my favorite foundations. I've talked about that on this channel, I think for about 3 years since they launched, and I have had one in my foundation arsenal ever since then. I've never been without it. My perfect match is a 3 in case we're about the same skin tone. I can get away in the winter with a 2, and in the summertime I can use a 5 kind of mixed in if I want to look really, really tan, but that's about it. 3 is almost always the perfect match for me, and I love it. Now, there are people who are going to say that they don't like it, and of course that goes for everything. What is really, really important about Westman Atelier as far as the foundation is concerned is skin prep is everything. So if you want to try that foundation, just make sure that if you're dry, that you prep your skin really well. Don't skip any steps and make sure that you're really well prepped. If you are on the oilier side, you're going to want to use a mattifying primer or something like that to kind of counteract the oils in your skin if you want to try their foundation stick. It's definitely like that in my experience with people that I've talked to that I've recommended it to, but it's a lovely foundation. And again, so excited that it's now at Sephora. I want to share a lipstick with you guys that I relatively recently found and I got completely obsessed with, went back, bought several other colors, bought a backup of the color that is my favorite, and I'm going to share it with you. It is from Tarte, and it is their Maracuja. It's the Maracuja Juicy Lip. So it looks like this. It has a clicker on the bottom, and if you click up, you can't click back. So you want to make sure you just click up just enough to use. This is the color Rose. This is my favorite of all of them, and it was the first one that I picked up. So you just want to click up a little to get a little bit of the lipstick above the applicator, and because like I said, it can't retract back down. It reminds me so much of my beloved Clé de Peau lipstick that is no longer available. It is very, very creamy. It almost is like a lip oil combined with a lipstick and then a little bit of a lip gloss. It literally gives your lips a juiciness, and it hydrates like nobody's business. It's such a beautiful product. It's amazing. I feel like from wearing this, my lips have improved. I went back and I bought it in clear because I want to use it at night as a lip treatment overnight. I also got it in strawberry and grapefruit. If you're interested, actually what I'll do, you guys, let's see, I'll show you. Oh, and I also got orchid. So this, I'm going to show you guys. You're about to find out why I'm not a makeup YouTuber, because my swatching is questionable. So now we have that one is rose, and then that's orchid. And I know that in the viewfinder, they look very, very similar. They're just a little bit different. And now that you can't test in store, there is a little bit of just picking up on a whim. This one is grapefruit, and it is the lightest of the bunch. And it's a very kind of, as you would expect, peachy, light kind of nude color. Really, really pretty also, and just neutral. Then we have strawberry. Now strawberry is going to be a little bit darker of a pink. I'll put that one right next to. But such a juicy, fun color for spring right there. That's strawberry. And let's see what the last one is clear. So clear is definitely just going to be a treatment, or if I just want to slap something on really, really quickly. It's a really, really nice lipstick from Tarte. I was pleasantly surprised. Just make sure that when you use that lipstick, when you click it up, just know, don't click it up too high because you can't bring it back. That is one of the things that's really, really important with the packaging. Next up, I want to talk about a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury, because I have used and loved forever her Airbrush powder. Now, I'm not a big powder person because I have dry skin, but the way that I use this is I actually put it on a fluffy brush and I just use it in the T-zone area. And that is with the number 2, the medium you will see here. I literally just dust a little bit in that T-zone to take down any kind of shine and kind of give you that literal airbrushed finish. It really does kind of minimize the appearance of pores, and it gives just a finish that makes your face look kind of pulled together. Recently, I also picked up the tan because I love this product so much. So this is tan. Now, obviously it's too dark for me. What I've been doing with this, I had this, idea, is I actually place this everywhere that I'm going to put my bronzer. The idea for me is that I'm going to softly diffuse that area. And then when I go back with my bronzer, it won't look streaky or anything like that because I will have softened the area before with a powder, and I am loving it. I did that today. You probably can't tell because I didn't go crazy with bronzer, but I went ahead and put this tan color kind of up on the high points of my forehead. I put it down here where I would like to put bronzer. I put it around the perimeter. And then when I went ahead and put on the next product I'm going to share you, I feel like it didn't kind of grab and it didn't streak, which was really, really nice. So I've been doing that with that powder. It's a gorgeous powder. It's probably my favorite setting powder I've ever used because it does impart this kind of airbrushed finish. And if you are light-handed, which I like to be with it, it's almost undetectable. It never looks cakey. It doesn't look heavy, and it's just beautiful. It's very, very soft in the pan, so it doesn't take a lot to get the finishing. So I like to just pad my brush in it and then dust it gently on those areas. Beautiful. The next thing from Charlotte Tilbury that I picked up that I've been using as my bronzer slash blush is one of her Cheek to Chic. This is in Pillow Talk, but it's intense. Now it is dark, okay? So it looks like this. I am super light-handed with my brush and I go over the areas that I already put that tan powder. And if you are somebody who likes the red bronze look, I'm kind of into that right now, then you might really, really like this. It is packed with pigment, so you do not need a lot, but I'm wearing it here underneath my Westman Atelier highlighter. And I feel like it gives this kind of almost like burnt bronze, which of course none of us want an actual burn, but it gives that genuine, like you were out in the sun and you got a little bit of color, but it was kind of the red brown kind of color, which frankly, that's not how I burn at all. I get like beet red if I ever do burn, which I don't anymore. But I always loved that look of kind of a red bronze, like you had a little bit too much sun. You've been hanging out in the Mediterranean and you got a little bit too much sun and you've got that olive skin tone and you get that red brown. That's what this does. I love it. I think it is so pretty. And the whole cheek to chic where you have the outside is that dark color and then the inside is the pop. I'm kind of just careful with my brush so I don't get too much on, and I tap it off so that I can kind of work it into my skin without getting too much pigment, because you can build it up, no problem. But putting it on over the tan powder helps to just kind of diffuse it so that it doesn't look streaky, heavy, cakey, any of that stuff. And I can kind of control the amount of pigment that I put on my face, and I love it. So that is what I've been actually using for my blush slash bronzer lately, and I'm digging it. Every year when summer's coming, I always feel like I'm ready to try a new bronzer. It just gets you in the mood for, you know, for summer coming. And this was my pick this year and I'm enjoying it a bunch. Now, along the same lines of blush, I picked up a while back a couple of Rare Beauty, their cream blushes. I actually picked up this one because, like I said, I'm in the moment of kind of that red bronze. And you guys, this is definitely red. I mean, it's got that berry undertone. You can put this one on with a brush. I like to put a little fluffy brush into it and just buff this into the skin. It leaves this really gentle kind of powder finish. It dries down to this cream to powder velvet finish that is very translucent and sheer. It's a wash of color. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. And I definitely do like applying it with a little fluffy brush so that you don't overdo, especially with this darker color, but it's gorgeous. The other one that I do have also from Rare Beauty is a little bit more easily wearable and more spring. Now this one is just honestly probably my favorite true blush right now, because this one is more of a springtime just pop of color on your cheeks. And when it's blended out, like it's already kind of turning into a little bit of a velvety powder. I can feel it. It's so pretty on the cheeks. It definitely gives that life and that springtime look to the cheeks. So that one is in the color Nearly Rose. That's the kind of peachier one. And then the more red one is called Nearly Berry. And I get it because it gives that translucent wash of nearly the color, because it's just this velvety perfection. These are so pretty. If you haven't tried the blushes from the Rare Beauty line, they're definitely one of the best things in the line, in my opinion. Just a couple more things, you guys. One eyeshadow palette. If I had to select one single eyeshadow palette of all of the eyeshadow palettes I've ever used, and I had to get rid of every single other one, the one I would keep would be my gold palette from Natasha Denona. You're about to see, because it is definitely super well loved. I mean, I have used this now, I think I've had it a couple years now, and I use it all the time. Like I rarely go a whole week without pulling this out several times. I love the mattes in here so much, but I also love to use those mattes. That one's one of my favorites, and these. And then I will use my finger in one of the gold, more kind of shimmers, and I'll put my finger in and I will just place those golds on like the center of my mobile lid kind of thing for a pop, and they're just so beautiful. This is just one of the prettiest collection of colors, highest quality, super buttery, super blendable, just beautiful. You can do so many different looks with this. You can get really creative and do some, you know, more brighter looks, but you can also just do some great neutral looks. The other thing that I did do, and this is questionable, but I did use one of the colors as my eyeshadow or my eyebrow today with a brush from Sephora that I love for eyebrow. It might be a touch warm for the eyebrows, but in a pinch, it's totally doable with this palette. I just love it. I think that it is definitely a palette that of all of them is the most wearable for almost everyone. And it's definitely my Desert Island eyeshadow palette. So that is Natasha Denona's gold palette. I think I have two more things, you guys. So from Charlotte Tilbury, her Filmstar Bronze and Glow. If you haven't tried this before, you guys, this is probably my third of these. There's a couple different shade selections, but this highlighter, if you like powder highlighters, it's absolutely beautiful. For a powder, it's incredible how it will actually, I'll put a little bit here, it will actually meld in with your skin and give just the prettiest highlight without being sparkly or being glittery or anything like that. It is just this really pretty hydrated look. It makes your skin look hydrated in the points that you use it. The actual bronzer part is just beautiful. It's got the best texture. You can layer it up. It's perfect for contouring because it's a very neutral color, but it's also great, in my opinion, to give the skin a little bit of color, just a little wash of color on the cheekbones, on the forehead, that kind of thing. I've definitely had this and loved this for years and repurchased it over and over, and I've given it as a gift. It's just a gorgeous product from her. Last thing on the highlighter topic. I picked this up not too long ago because I was really intrigued by it when I was on the Sephora site, and it is by Dior. This is from their Backstage collection. I loved the Cover Effects drops, and mine is gone now, and this reminds me very much, I think it was Moon Glow. It's right here. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a beautiful highlighter. If you are into liquid highlighters, this one is fantastic. It's huge too. So my intention with this one is I'm gonna use it on my collarbones. I'm gonna use it on the top of my shoulders. This one is one that I could pat in on the high points of my face, but I'm really thinking that this is gonna be a body highlighter when summer comes around and we're wearing maybe dresses and that kind of stuff, because you get so much and you need so little to get a beautiful skin finish, because it's got that whole Backstage watery texture. You get that skin finish, so you just look illuminated without looking glittery or, you know, too sparkly. It's just illuminated. It's really, really pretty. I'm so glad that I got it. I love the packaging because I love that it comes in the squeezy tube, and I love the fact that it's big, so you really actually can use it on your body. You could mix this with a moisturizer. In fact, I think I'll try mixing it with this one, so that you kind of get the subtle all over glow. That would be fantastic, especially going into the summer also. So yeah, that is the Dior Backstage Body Glow. Wonderful. So those are all my picks, you guys. Oh, fragrance. I almost forgot about fragrance. I have two picks for fragrance. One of them is relatively expensive, and I like to pick this one up at the sale either in the fall or in the spring, and it is the Tom Ford Mandarino d'Amalfi Aqua. I've actually worn this particular fragrance since it came out. I picked it up when it came out many, many years ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago, I'm guessing right now. And it is just summer in a bottle, you guys. It is an aquatic scent that is very, very light. And to me, it's like translucent aqua waters. And everything that you would imagine the Mediterranean would be, that is what this is to me, and it's just beautiful. There are other scents that are not the aqua version from Tom Ford. I totally prefer the aqua version of any of his fragrances, any of them that offer it in that, because they're a little bit more lightweight. They're perfect for spring and summer. It's just one of those scents when you put it on, it makes you happy. If you've used this one, definitely comment down below, because it's one of those that seriously, I put it on and I just feel like, okay, spring and summer is coming. It's so gorgeous. So that is the Tom Ford Mandarino d'Amalfi Aqua. The other one is more recent for me, and it's by Juliet Has a Gun, and it is the Pear Ink. You guys, this one is so beautiful. I love it too that you can pick these Juliet Has a Gun up in this travel sprayer, because then you have the opportunity to really test it out. It will last you an entire season, honestly. This is another one that is a very spring and summer scent to me. It has very similar properties to the Tom Ford, where it's kind of light and juicy and almost fruity, but aquatic kind of. And I love that you can pick it up in this size, so you don't have to commit to a full big size. And by the time that summer is over, I'll probably put this away and pull back out some of my creamier fragrances, some of my heavier fragrances for the fall and for the winter, but it's perfect for that. If you like pears, if you like kind of fruitier scents that are more aquatic and kind of translucent and light on the skin, then you might really, really like this one. Anyway, it is a really, really great find. I ordered this one without smelling it just because the notes sounded like things that I would love. And as soon as I sprayed it, which does not always happen, but as soon as I sprayed it, I was like, yes, that will be perfect for the spring and summer. So I am really, really enjoying this. Okay, you guys, those are all my recommendations. I do hope that if you haven't already, you will sign up for the Insider program because it's free and you just get perks. You get little rewards and you can take money off of purchases after you accumulate enough rewards. So I will definitely put in the description box everything pertinent to the sale. So all the dates will be in there and also the discount code that you need to enter to get your discount at checkout. And yeah, this is going on in stores and online right now. So let me know in the comment section what you are picking up, because I always love to hear what everybody else is picking up, because Sephora has so many things, so many fantastic offerings that yeah, it's fun to kind of shop together. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining me for this fun video I get to do with Sephora, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.